growing pineapple, soplot, Ninazi, and an S. Look at the beautiful colour, lustrous colour, yellow. And there's a waft, aroma. Dehom, Dobrazapa and all that. And so that's given me an indication. That colour gets a lot better than that. I'm not sure how to describe colours. Lustrous. Anyway, that's a little. So anyway, so g'day, Dobry Dan, Jean Dobry, ahoy, Merhaba, all that, Sawadi crop, and that's got a slight indication that it's ready to, slightly going off. That's they're very small. Drought. I don't want to get sidetracked. Most terrible in living memory, all that stuff. Very harsh, cruel drought. You know, the cruel sea. Talk about that cruel sea, cruel droughts. Anyway, so very small, very small. Like lay ship kit. It's got to be fast, and I've got to, but let's say more speed. So anyway, there's nothing to it really. Look, this is it, and take it off with its head. You know, horrendous. That beautiful thing, it's pink, you know. But that's enough. I meant to give it more than that. I'm not worried about a feed, but I'll get a feed out of them. So there's nothing to it really. There's nothing to it. Look, that's the knife I used to cut it off. I can't. I've got no cameraman. Can you get the staff or camera girl? I'd rather have a camera girl. And Jeff Chinner. That's the knife I used. Horrendous thing to do to a living thing, but there it is. Man's got to get a feed. I got to work. Tum gun. If I don't get a feed, I can't work. Bratsuya, you know. And the so just knocked his head off. Look, and there it is. And then it goes. There's nothing to it, really. Nothing to it. There's that job done. So there's so much I can do because I've got to hold the camera, so I can't get my hands too dirty. Make sure you leave enough room in it to water it. That's the next thing that'll happen. Or it might rain. It's been rained last night. It rains every night. Showers. Read the field to get the converge. You know, the meteorology of the place. I haven't got time to cover it in the movie. Less haste, more speed. But that's it. Job's done, and that'll grow for a year. If I just scamper around up here, this one I did the other day. And it was very small, and so I just put the whole thing in. That should give me a pineapple in 1 year instead of 2, whereas these ones will be in 2 years. If you take just put the heads off, that'll take 2 years to give you fruit. What I'm up against here, frost. This is curry. You know, like curry for you make tea out of leaves and all, curry out of it and all that stuff. You know, these berries are very good eating, but don't encourage people to eat those. The birds eat them, and hydrochloric acid and all that, and make seeds. But the point of that is, that gives it, if the pineapple are under there, which they were, that shades it, keeps the frost, the moisture off it, so it survives the frost. The other thing is, they are very good eating those seeds, but don't encourage the children to eat them. Kiddies, if any kiddies are watching this, for goodness sake, don't eat blackberries. And be very careful whatever you eat in the garden, because the mushrooms, especially around here, don't get me started. That's a lime tree, by the way. Now, that's it. Nothing to it. Water it. I'll just scamper around and show what it is. The potting mix. This is mud. It's been here for a few years. This is from the. I can't go in there. Look. Black mud sort of stuff. There's a snake in it. There could be a snake in there. It's too dangerous. That's sugar. That comes off the mud. It comes off the base of the sugar when it goes to the mill, and gets filtered out and all that, and the trucks bring it. $50 a load. It's worth 500, but the mill has to subsidise to get rid of it because it's such a lot of it. The mud. I'll just back to the mud. Sorry to jump around, but be careful what they say. I don't know why. I don't know why they say that, but not too much. I'm talking about the mixture of the potting mix now, right? So maybe 10 or 20% of that, 30% maybe mud. That's minerals. Beautiful rock, you know, sandstone rock. It comes in the truck, and it's crushed stuff comes off it, you know, like sand. And a tiny bit, 1 or 2%. While I'm on that lime, that's why I wanted to go on there. There's another lime, younger than that, older than that tree, and it's tiny, right? Because it's got too much of that minerals. It came in the truck, long story. That's cowsh, that's what comes out the end of a cow, right? If any of these are looking crook like they're lychee and that's picked up, I'll give them some cowsh, what comes out at the end of a cow. And it's, some of these been there for a year, it turns into really good compost. Got to keep moving. Look out for a snake, something like that, see? Steel, there'll be a snake under there. Very dangerous. This was the giant bamboo on top of this big canopy, like which did look after these through this frost last year. See, and they haven't had enough water. They want watering, and they're tiny. Look, and they're still doing the same. They've got that pinky colour still. But they're under the banana canopy, the bananas will cop it, and the suppalot, the ananas. The pineapple will be fine underneath there, or be alright. But then if you get another frost after that, it might hit the pineapple. Again, a hot house, that's what I need. So I've just got to keep moving. And I've just got to hit the run because these monkeys take too long. I should shut it down. So we've got, oh, I should have put it on drain. This is sand. Under here, this used to be a beach under here. Eons back. Geology and all that. Again, look out for snakes. It actually comes out like yellow beach sand. Floodplain, look. 1200 down, floodplain. Like a beach. It was a beach here, who knows when. Geologist. Look, Cavendish bananas, lemons. I can't go back so I don't forget anything on the way. This is drain cleanings. There's drains here. Over there's one over here, you can't quite see them. The machine digs them out, look. This is so this is drain cleanings, look. And it's might be 50-60%, even 100% of that will be the potting mix. That's going to make it better, by the way, for the flood, to keep the flood out of my garage. But look, the water, I messed with the water and killed that avocado. Never mind. That Mac's going to go in and replace it. That's it. I've got to, right, they're going to have to end their moving now. So there's one here, and it's a bit more of a size to it. Righto. Well, more sunny. It gets afternoon sun here. Oh yeah, right. I can't move that inside. It's too big already. Look, that's the point to know. They just get too big and unwieldy. You can't move them around. They're sharp spikes. So I can drag that inside. But what I've got to do, it's in a tiny little horse feed bucket, which you can't see under the weeds. And can you get the stuff? Right, I've got to put that into this big bucket here. Big, you know, potter. That's got pumice off the beach in it, volcanoes and stuff, but that's got bugger all to do with it. They won't be in there. That'll just be full of that potting mix, which I've just discussed. You know, it could be 100% of that drain cleanings. Look, probably 50-60%, some sand, some cowsh, some mud, little tiny minerals, 1 or 2%. And here's right, and so that'll just be full of thing. And they're very hardy. They'll transplant easily. I'll just tip that bucket out, or cut the bucket off from around it, and chuck it in. You can throw them around. They're very, very tough guys. Gotta love them, eh? Gotta love a tough guy, don't you? Hey, Mackie, what do you reckon that tough guy's good? She's come to help again. Vamos, Mackie too. Hollywood. Oh, Mackie, I've got to finish on the pineapple. Sopalot. Righto, Kangawazi. Sharifa. Have a grow, have a grow.